Capital, money and resources, and labor, workers, should work together, not against each other. Neither can exist without the other. Labor has to work under the direction of capital, or things fall apart. Order is part of how the whole universe works. Planets circle the sun, and moons circle the planets. A watch only works if every part does its job. In the same way, even the simplest worker must be treated fairly, and the worker must be loyal to the employer. Otherwise, order will break down. An employer must. He must treat workers as human beings with souls, not as slaves or machines for making money. He should care about their well-being and help them in times of sickness, accidents, or old age. The rich must not lower workers' pay by cheating, tricking, or unfair practices. He must not work employees beyond what they can handle or give them jobs that are unsafe for their age or sex. There should be no working mothers forced into hard labor and no child labor. God warns against hurting widows and orphans, reminding us that He hears their cries. The employer must make sure workers are not exposed to situations that lead them into sin. Workers have time for religious duties and family responsibilities. Workers are encouraged to take care of their families and not waste their earnings. A living wage means enough money to support a family with decency and to educate children. This is a matter of natural justice. Forcing a worker to accept unfair conditions is sinful. Not paying a fair wage is like theft, even a kind of murder, because the worker depends on that money to live. The Bible commands paying the poor what they are owed without delay. Employers should work to improve the lives of workers. This helps prevent anger, disorder, and poverty, especially today when many workers live in hardship while some employers live in luxury. An employee must. He should not be ashamed of work. Work is honorable, laziness is wrong. Life is short, and we should not be greedy for wealth. When we die, riches will not help us. He should follow his employer's rules, keep agreements, and work faithfully. Those in humble positions should take comfort in knowing God will reward people fairly in the next life. Patience and acceptance bring greater reward in heaven. He must respect the employer and his property. He should not be lazy, steal, waste materials, or damage equipment. Workers should care about the business as if it were their own. He must be honest when requesting better conditions and avoid stirring up trouble. He should never try to improve his own life by acting unjustly. Trade unions are groups of workers who join together to improve working conditions. They push for reasonable work hours, fair pay, and help for members during sickness, unemployment, or old age. Sadly, unions often divide society into two groups: those who pay wages and those who receive them. Long ago, medieval guilds handled these issues better because religion guided society. Guilds helped members, produced high-quality work, and cared for widows and orphans. Unions use collective bargaining and strikes to reach agreements. A strike is when workers stop working until the employer agrees to fair demands. Strikes can be morally acceptable if the demands are fair. Peaceful methods were tried first. Contracts aren't broken. The harm caused is not greater than the good gained. Unions and strikes are allowed because there is still no fair system that settles disputes between workers and employers. But unions must follow moral laws. They must not use violence or push demands that would destroy a business. General strikes can hurt innocent people, so the state has the right to step in, even taking control of essential services until peace is restored. Unions must avoid turning into communist groups focused only on class conflict. To stop communism from spreading, the hardships of workers must be reduced, the rich must help the poor, and religion must guide people's hearts. It is not God's will for a few people to live in great luxury while most of His children live in poverty. Employers, especially Catholic ones, must practice justice and kindness. As St. Paul teaches, the rich should do good, be rich in good works, give generously, and share with others.